Hey everyone, Sherwood Small Pets here. So I'm here with Remus, and Sirius is over by the pool. Well, and by pool, it's a kiddie pool. Our backyard looks like a disaster right now. We're in the middle of no rain, and it's been really, really hot. So everything looks gross, but whatever. I'm out here. It's a nice day. Is that Sirius trying to dig? Remus, you better go get. Anyway. I know I missed yesterday's upload, I missed Monday's upload. Life, sometimes. Basically, life gets in the way of stuff a lot. Can't be helped. But I wanted to talk about another unpopular opinion, because these are kind of healthy for me. At least they feel that way. I'm filming outside, so don't know what the audio is going to be like, and any of my neighbors come outside, it's going to be a good time. Anyway, today I'm going to talk about how you can't play the I didn't know card in 2018. For some reason, almost everyone carries around a device in their pocket, in their hand, that is more powerful than the computers that we grew up using in school. And we're attached to it all the time, which is awesome. It's great. It brings people together. It creates a way for you to get information that you would otherwise not have, and it's wonderful. It's amazing. It connects us in ways. Also, look at my weeds. Aren't they lovely? It's been too hot to come out and pick weeds, quite frankly. It's been disgusting. So I haven't done it. Anyway, the internet's wonderful, and we're on it all the frickin' time. So the thing that confuses me a lot, and continues to elude me on a daily basis, is when people get pets of any kind and start off doing the stupid thing, and then people look at this. This is my life. That's my first child. He's blowing his coat. Anyway. It's like Stephanie and the 1500 distractions. But people use the excuse, well, they didn't know. The thing that got me kind of was people I know, they're a middle-aged couple. So they're in their 50s. And they just got their very first dog. Their first dog ever. And I met the dog about a week after it came home. Lovely dog. It was absolutely awesome, because I mean, it's a dog. All dogs are like 14 out of 10. And they asked me, they were mentioning about feeding and stuff, and I basically, I mentioned how, 'cause I said we cook raw, or we do raw, and she said, oh, so you get your meat and you cook it, and I said, well, no, it is exactly what it sounds like. It's raw. And they seemed one, totally grossed out, and they were like, oh, never heard of that. And I was like, that's the best way to feed your dog. There's not really much of an argument for it or against it. And I got home and I was telling, I was at my parents' house and I was telling them about that, and plane. All I need is a train and an automobile. But yeah, I told I just said, I was like, it's just really frustrating that it's their first ever dog, and they seem to have done minimal amounts of research first. And it's the same as it happens all the time in the hamster community, where people get these tiny ass cages, and they're like, oh, well, it looked it looked big enough, or so-and-so at the store said it is. And I'm like, did you just go to the store and just decide all of a sudden that you were going to come home with a brand new animal that you don't have? And I'm just like, people do research before they go to a restaurant, right? People read Yelp reviews. People, before they make a $5.99 purchase on Amazon, read what people have to say. People look up how to, the best, they look up reviews on cars. They look up everything. There's videos and information on every choice that a human being makes in a day, and we and we utilize it. We don't hardly ever make any decisions anymore without reviews. You look before you go on a trip. You look up what to do or where to go or what to pack. Before you buy a house, you look at the best types of mortgages, the best places to buy, the safest neighborhoods, where the school's at. So why is it when you bring home an animal that is, quite frankly, going to be a much longer commitment than a trip, sometimes a longer commitment than a car, a bigger commitment than, you know, installing a toilet? And we look at all these reviews and we do absolutely no research on bringing a family member home. It just baffles me. Good boy. Hey, serious, Pa? Hey, serious? He's like, no. Pa? Absolutely not. And I just, and so many people, and my dad actually, because I was quite frustrated, and my dad actually got kind of frustrated at me, and he was like, well, you know, like, not everybody knows about raw feeding, or like, not everybody knows about blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, but they've never had a dog before. So why didn't they do that research? Like, I was flabbergasted. I don't understand how we can still say that, well, they didn't know, as an excuse to do something, or not do something, I guess, in 2018. Especially a grown-ass successful pair of people. Like, it's not like it was a child who decided they wanted a hedgehog and the parents just indulged them blindly again. And that's not an excuse because, again, we're at an age where you have all the information you could ever possibly need at your fingertips. And sure, you're not going to get all the accurate answers are not going to be, hey, the right answers aren't all going to be on your first Google search. However, if you gather some information beforehand and then ask people that do know, then you can get a better and a more educated response rather than just getting something and then doing, you know, doing the bare ass minimum. It just baffles me. I don't understand. I don't understand why we have this excuse, and everybody uses it. When we're in the small animal community, people are like, well, you know, like they didn't know, and then we just allow it to carry on because, you know, it's like, well, they'll get like a cage when they can, or they'll like change the food when they can, and it's like, desperately trying not to be a judgmental dick, but it's very tricky sometimes because it's just, I don't understand how you can be so irresponsible. This is not a fly-by-night decision. This is not a one-day thing, and it's not, and all methods of care are not equal. I don't understand. We are not in an age anymore where not knowing is an excuse. You would criticize someone if they bought a product that was known to be problematic. Like, it would be like, you know, it would be like buying a car that everybody knew was kind of faulty, and then people being like, see, this is why you don't buy those cars. And then those people being like, well, we didn't know. And then the automatic answer for that from people is, well, you should have known because you should have looked it up. The same thing applies to pets. I've been asked before, I was talking to a stranger about their dog. They had a husky, and I said I grew up with one. And they straight up asked me how long huskies live. Girl, you should know that before you bring the animal home. It should be part of your decision-making process. I don't understand why we prepare, we discuss, and we overanalyze every decision we make, but pets are still the one area where people can just impulsively bring it home, and it just baffles me because it's not like if you bring home a crappy car, you're the one that suffers. If you bring home a pet and you don't look after it properly, the animal is the one that suffers. And I don't understand how we're still allowing this to happen in 2018. I just don't. Anyway, that's this video. I might film a second one outside. We'll see. I hope the audio is okay. It's not super long, but I want to know why we're not holding people accountable. We hold no one accountable for their pets. I mean, and arguably I could say the same about children. I'm not going to, because I'm a teacher and this is a pet channel, but it seems like kids and pets are the two things that you can go into absolutely having no idea and people just make excuses for you, and I don't freaking understand it. Anyways, be good to one another. I will see you guys real soon. I might do a double upload this weekend. I have no idea. We'll see how freaking motivated I am. I hope you enjoy the weather. I hope you have a kiddie pool that you can put your feet in. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.